Hi guys, it's Cecilia. Today I'm going to show you how to make a excuse me, a wooden coffin, and I'm going to fill it with resin at the end. So I start out with a coffin shape. It was a pre-cut laser shape that I purchased. And so now I'm trying to figure out how big the sides need to be, and I'm being lazy. Instead of really measuring it, I'm just actually seeing where it is on the coffin and figuring out from there. I did make it all one, like the same width, or height rather, to go around it. And since I don't have any fancy tools, I am using an X-Acto knife and then like a really cheap saw. As you know, if you're an artist, then sometimes you work with what you can afford. Right now I'm taking wood glue and I am gluing the sides. And it's just kind of a trial and error sometimes. Occasionally I have to take it and trim off the edges, but I think this one I actually did pretty good on my measurements from before. So then once that's done, you have to let it sit and dry. I think I did it overnight, and then now I'm going to sand it. And really hard for me to get a good shot of that. I should have zoomed out. But basically I wanted to make sure the sides were the same height and make sure all the edges were smooth where they met. And then here I'm kind of trying to match the color, what I think would look good. Wasn't exactly happy with it, so I believe after this I added some more and then let it dry, obviously. And here I'm adding some kind of steampunk watch parts, some clock parts and other things, a clay face that I had made before, just things that I want and that I think will look cool in there. And then I also had some extra things on the side because I know from my experience I always make way too much more resin than I need, and it's expensive, so you don't want to waste it. There's side A and side B, and it's a 1-to-1 mix, so you try to keep exactly the same amount. Before I had mixing cups that were about the size of a shot glass, and it was easier to make a smaller amount than it is with these large cups that I have, and you want to actually mix it slower than what you're seeing here. If you're worried about bubbles, I actually don't mind, so I usually go ahead and mix mine quick, and then you usually want to mix it for about a minute. And since, like I said, I'm trying not to waste it, I'm working on these other pieces at the same time, and once you have your resin mixed, you're on a time frame, so you move as quick as you can. The cool thing about resin is that you can actually pop it out after you let it dry. You can pop it out of the plastic cup, and then I'm showing you the finished pieces after they're dry, nice and shiny. And then those are some of the other pieces I made with all the extra resin I had. And then you use wood glue, and you can pop on just like a little pin, so you can wear it on your clothes or put it on a backpack. And that is basically it. Thank you for watching, guys.